Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with Bear River Blogger, and today we are standing outside the gate of the Bear River Migratory Bird Refuge Visitor Center, and you're probably wondering why we're looking at some charred remains of cattails in like a burned wetland. Well, there's a reason for that. If you go down to the description below, there's actually a blog post that I just wrote about what happened, but essentially about 10 days ago, the refuge did what was called a prescribed fire or a controlled burn, and they burned a lot of this dead vegetation. Some of it was Phragmites, some of it was hard stem bulrush or tules, and some of it was cattails, but all this dried, you can still see there's some of it there. They burned a lot of that to try to get it out of here and try to regenerate growth. And if you look, you probably can't see it on this video, but in that first section of the burned area, there's actually cattails starting to grow again. So it's only been 10 days and it's actually starting to grow back. So they came and burned all this dead vegetation here, and they burned some of it in front of the visitor center, and then on the back side between the visitor center and around the first loop, they burned all that around that big pond. So in hopes of getting rid of some of this dead vegetation and allowing new growth to grow. But while I was out here on that Saturday, the refuge management came out and I was talking to them a little bit. But they actually have a bigger plan in place to not just get rid of this dead vegetation, but to try and open up the pond a little bit more to encourage more wildlife use. Over the years, these ponds have kind of gotten choked out and overgrown, even with cattails, which is normally here, but even cattails and tules can overgrow themselves and kind of choke out the ponds. So what I was told is they're trying to reopen up the ponds a bit more to encourage more wildlife use around the visitor center. So, and it's going to take several years to do this. So it's a multi-year plan, and there's a little bit more information on the blog post I wrote. So go down the description below and you can follow that, and it'll tell you a lot more about the controlled burn and stuff. But that's the plan, and that's why you're looking at charred remains of these wetlands here, even right along Forest Street. That's what happened about 10 days ago. So hopefully that'll come to be over the next few years, and these ponds will kind of get opened up to where I usually, in the years past, I used to come and see great blue herons fishing in these ponds. And even this one right in front of me, which now you can see, it's pretty much, there's not much pond left. It's been years since I've seen a great blue heron in this pond. So hopefully that'll open it up where we can get more bird use, especially great blue herons come back to these ponds and fish. But time will tell. But anyway, that's kind of what's going on. If you come to the Bear River Migratory Bird Refuge Visitor Center and you see all this burned vegetation, and then you walk around the nature trail around the first loop, you'll see some burned vegetation. That's why they did a controlled burn, to get rid of all this dead vegetation, to try and help reestablish the wetland again and try to get some of that new growth growing. So there's a little bit more to it than that, and we'll kind of go over that. We get more information from the bird refuge. But for now, yeah, there is some burned vegetation out here, but it's going to regrow. It's 10 days and we've already got growth. 3 months from now, you'll never even notice that anything was burned, because it grows, wetland vegetation grows back really good, so pretty fast. So anyway, I hope that helps. If you got questions about why there's burned vegetation on the bird refuge, that's why. So if you like these little updates, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel here, and you can follow us at bearriverblogger.com, and we will catch you on the next video update.